students, welcome to VLSI Design. Today we are going to discuss about simulation. So in the previous session we discussed about a synthesis one. Now in this session we are going to discuss a simulation. So what is meant by simulation? So the simulation represents the functionality of the circuit. That means the input outputs are represented in the simulation. So or other way we can call it as a correctness of the programming is called as a simulation. So here simulation is the process of applying test inputs to design and test over some duration of time and producing the response from the design and test. So here the simulation verifies the operation of the user's design before actually implementing its hardware. So after verifying the results, then only the actual implementing it as a hardware. So what is meaning of a simulation? Simulation is nothing but a correction of the programming. If the programming is correct, that means if the test input and outputs are okay, so then only we can implement the hardware. That is called as a simulation. After verifying the simulation result, then only the designer can implement the hardware. So different simulation levels are present. One is called as a circuit level, timing simulator, logic level and switch level. So these are all the types of the simulations. So what are the design capture tools? So the design capture tools are nothing but HDL design. So in the HDL design, one is called as a schematic design and the second one is called as a floor planning HDL. So this is nothing but the circuit verification and that means a result verification, that is called as a schematic design. And after that one, so we can prepare a layout by using a floor plan HDL. So the HDL designers are two types. That means in two ways we can design the HDL design. One is called as a integrated circuit and the second one is called as a programmable logic devices. By using the HDL, we can design the system in two ways. One is called as a integrated circuit and the second one is called as a programmable logic devices. And the HDL design. So here the HDL design can be useful for designing the ICs like processors or any other kind of a digital logic ICs. So in the previous one, that means here in two ways we can design the ICs. One is called as integrated circuit and the second one is called as a programmable logic devices. All the digital circuits are designed. That is called as an integrated circuit one. So the designer can be used to designing ICs like processors or any other kind of a digital chips. And this is called as an integrated circuit one. And here the behavior of the circuit is verified before actual circuit is designed and implemented. So here HDL specifies the model for expected behavior of the circuit. If we know the behavior of the circuit, that means behavior of the circuit means if we know what are the inputs and outputs, then only we can design the circuit and we can implement the circuit. So without knowing the behavior of the circuit, that means suppose I want to implement a full adder means, so what are the inputs and what are the outputs? So the behavior, that is nothing but the behavior of the circuit. If we know the input and outputs in the particular circuit, then only I can design a one particular circuit and after designing that one I can implement the circuit. And second type, first one is called as a integrated one. So these 2 points are come under a integrated circuit. And second one is called as a PLDs, programmable logic devices. So what are the programmable logic devices? FPGAs or CPLDs are designed with the HDLs. That means integrated circuits are designed with the HDL, and PLDs are also designed with the HDLs. So the HDL code feed into the first logic compiler and output is uploaded into the actual circuit. So here this is nothing but a FPGA and CPLD, both are the hardware kits. So after compiling our program, then only we can upload the actual device. That means actual devices are nothing but FPGA or CPLD. After verifying our result, then only we can upload our program into the devices, either a CPLD or a FPGA. And the important property of this procedure is that it is possible to change code many times. So here this is nothing but we can change our code many times. So after dumping our result, again we can reload the program in the FPGA. So it is compiled and it is uploaded at the same devices. If a device is present, means many times we can use a FPGA. So here that is one of the advantage of the FPGA. So if once our program is uploaded in the FPGA, it is not a reloadable, means that is it is a fixed one, means there is no, that means it's not a useful one. So here we can reload the application in many times. So that is called as a HDL. That means HDL implementation by using the CPLD or FPGA. So here the simulations are different types, and here we can implement the design in two ways. One is integrated circuit one, and the second one is called as a CPLD one. So first 2 points are come under integrated circuit one, and next 2 points are come under programmable logic devices. So here the programmable logic devices are 2 types, FPGA or CPLD. By using FPGA or CPLD, we can dump our program into the FPGA and CPLD. So the program is nothing but a HDL written one, either by using the VHDL or Verilog. So that is nothing but the simulation one. So design tools. Next is schematic design. So the schematic designs are, what is meant by schematic design? The schematic design is simply called as a drawing the circuit and connecting the components. So if the component is present, see here, suppose for example, if a transistor, if a transistor is present or a MOS is present, so whenever I need to connect 2 devices, so this is nothing but a one component. That means in the schematic design, I can draw the components and I can interconnect those components. That type of design is called as a schematic design. So this is nothing but simply called as a circuit. So we can connect that means take the components and interconnect the components. That is called as a schematic design. But in the HDL and VHDL, we can implement the program, that's all. But here we can draw the circuit and connect the components. The schematic editors are available with various features. One is called creating, selecting and detecting parts by pointing. So first here, that means inside, that means a window is present in the schematic design. There I can create or select or deleting parts by pointing. Suppose if a particular component is present, means I can create the component by using the schematic design, or already created components are present, we can select the component in the schematic design, or deleting the parts by pointing. Suppose whenever I need a particular circuit, means I select this component. If not need, that means it is not a need component, means I can delete and I can pointing the component and I can delete the component. And changing the graphic view by panning and zooming. So here I can change the graphic view by zooming, that means extract the components. So that is nothing but the schematic design. Schematic design simply called as a, that means drawing the components and interconnect the components. So in that means the schematic editors are available like that. And next one is nothing but floor planning. So what is meant by floor planning means after designing the layout we can implement, that means we can prepare a die by using a floor plan. That means floor plan must take account blocks of verifying functions, size, shape. Okay, so how we can design this one? So that is space allocation. Suppose whenever the die is present, that means if a wafer is present means, so suppose this is called as a die. So first is space allocation. So I need some space to take my particular circuit. First one is called as a space allocation. After that, after allocating the space, I can route the signal. That means routing means connecting those two. That means whenever I need, that means these two are the inputs for this particular circuit. It is nothing but output means I can route these two components by using the signal route. And here I need a power supply routing and a clock distribution. These are all the floor planning. So here this is nothing but a bad placement one. So this is nothing but a routing one. So if we connect the, that means spaces like that, it is not a good placement one. Okay, it is a bad placement. This is the good way to connect the that means signals. Okay, so these are all about a floor planning one. And next, design and verification tools. So after designing, how we can verify the design? By taking the verification tools. The popular verification tools are simulation, and under the simulation, circuit level simulation is present, timing simulation is present, and logic level simulation is present, mixed mode simulation is present. And after the simulation, second one is called as a timing verification, and then third one is called as a netlist component. Okay, and last one is called as a layout extraction. So see the structure for the design tool. Design rule verification. So this is nothing but the design verification tool functionality. So first here function specification means whatever the idea which is present, that can be functionally verified. After functionally verifying that one, so we can simulate the circuit. That means either by using a logic level or a circuit level simulation like that. So that is nothing but a RTL schematic logic. After verifying the timing report netlist components, we can extract the layout. So after extracting the layout, we can that means design the particular IC. So these are all the design verification tools. So it's a very important topic. Okay, so synthesis and simulation. So synthesis is you know what is meant by synthesis, and you know what is meant by simulation. Synthesis is nothing but a whole thing. That means whole thing is nothing but we can verify the power, we can verify the delay, and we can verify the performance and how much size it occupies. All can be done by using the synthesis. In the simulation, only we can that means represent the functionality of the circuit. That means simply it is nothing but the correction of the circuit. Okay, the correctness of the circuit. So here simulation is nothing but after taking the, that means after getting the idea. So after getting the idea means how many inputs and how many outputs. So after verifying the simulation result, then only I can prepare my IC. That is nothing but a simulation without getting any idea. That means without getting any input and output. We can't go for the synthesis one. Okay. After the simulation, we can go for the synthesis. So that means the simulation is okay, means then only we can get how much power it takes and what is the delay for the particular circuit, what is the performance, and how much size it occupies, all under present in the synthesis one. Okay, thank you.